Hello, I'm James Irving. I'd like to welcome you to the Lake District. Our farm, Whitewater Dash, is located on the northern edge of the higher part of the Lake District. We are a mixed sheep and cattle farm that is certified organic. We work with nature by adapting our farming and livestock to nature. So actually being organic isn't nothing new. The conventional farming, as it's now called, should be called modern farming, chemical farming. That's how it should be known as. Since we don't use fertiliser on the grasses, they are relatively light and nitrogen free, the crops. So they are quite easily made as hay rather than silage. Silage costs a lot more money to make. It's not as good either. It's sort of pickled grass. It's, nobody wants to eat. You couldn't live off pickled onions, could you? It's not a good thing for your stomach. The stomachs aren't designed for it, really. So hay's always better. If you have a bale of hay and a bale of silage, we'll always eat the hay first. The hay's fed to them outside during the winter if it becomes very snowy. But usually they don't need it. The seeds regenerate themselves from spreading hay on the land, especially because it's getting fertilised, you see, through the cow, enclosing a complete, it just makes a complete system. So we don't import a thing from other farms, from other land types. It's just what's fair. We just use it. It just goes round and round. There's no need to fetch anything else in. The only thing we import onto the farms is bulls or male sheep, rams or bulls, because obviously we couldn't just, breed our own, or would end up terribly inbred. So every now and again we have to buy a new bull. So we try and buy a bull from similar sort of ground, it's been brought up on similar sort of terrain, eating the similar sort of fauna and flora. So it's, it'll do well where we take it to. It's the same with tups. We have to buy our tups in. But other than that, we're completely enclosed flocks and completely enclosed herds, and the ground, that's the most important thing. The soil is completely enclosed. There's nothing imported on. There's no new seeds. Because we try and cut our hay late. We don't cut it early in June. We cut it mid-July, towards the end of July, when it's reseeded naturally. Then we don't need to plough and reseed ground. That's just daftness. We just let Mother Nature do everything, and it just goes round and round and round. I know this sounds silly, but even the water the stock drink, that's just been washed down off the fells. It's just full of natural vitamins and nutrients. It's meant to be there. I do wonder from time to time, a lot of the cattle you see in the low country, they're in fields with no natural water supplies. If they're not in fields, they're in sheds with no natural water supplies. So they're fed off water troughs, which have come from the water's come from the United Utilities or whoever it may be, full of chlorine. Just put your head over a trough. It's like turning a tap on in your house. It's like being at the swimming baths. You can smell and taste the chlorine. You don't realise this when it's normal to you. I realise it because we're on a freshwater supply here at Stockdale and the Dash. We're not on the mains. So if I go anywhere and I turn a tap on, the taste and smell is unbelievable. So it's back to the meat. It's back to, what you put in is what you get out. It takes longer. Everything that takes longer is always better. It's slow developing. It's not forced. It's not put in a shed and filled full of barley and beans and all sorts of things that's been forced to grow fast, and then it's forced into the cattle, then the meat's forced, and it just tastes forced. We've forgotten, as human beings, we've forgotten what good meat tastes like. We've just, this last 20 years, we've just all been fed on this fast-produced, forced food, and it's only when you eat something that isn't forced and it's taken a long time to mature, you realise, crikey, we've just, it's slowly crept up on us, and without realising. You farm whatever. You don't farm to make a living. You farm because you're here. You farm because it's bred into you. It's like the Belted Galloway can eat the herbs. We've evolved to farm. We can't change it. So if we could change it, like any accountant would look at our business and burst into laughter. We don't do it to make a bloody living. It's inherited into us to carry on farming, and I will carry on farming. And the only way we can make it pay is to use the original breeds, as our ancestors have done for thousands of generations. So we'll keep doing it best we can.